Today, Saturn will be talking with both the Sun and Venus, which will make us all just a little cooler, a little distant today as we interact with each other. We'll probably encounter frustrations about our long-term goals, our commitments, our obligations, perhaps our lack of self-expression. Maybe even financial concerns could rear its ugly head today, moving us or pulling us or pushing us further and further away from the happiness and the joy that we want to experience. So how do we use this energy in a positive way? Well, sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. And together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for October the 9th, 2023. And today, the stars are aligning just for you. So let's start with the numerology. Today we have the energy of the 9. Well, the 9 is about completion, but it's not just about completion. And it's a beautiful energy to have under a full moon because it supports us in where we want to release, where we want closure, where we want to let go, where we want to heal perhaps. But the 9 energy is very resourceful in the fact that we are closing things, removing things because we want to make room, we want to make space for the new beginnings, the new starts, the new adventures, and we're going towards a solar eclipse, so we know that the energy will really change in our lives, even though we may not feel it quite yet. We should have a little bit of a yearning coming in though, where we want to do some monumental changes in our life. We have to release the past. We have to leave things in the past. We can't take everything forward with us. So the 9 is here today to help us put closure on things where we need closure in order to open up the space for the new beginnings to actually become tangible, a reality in our life going forward. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, we would have a 1 plus a 9 plus a 7, and that gives us that 17 energy. So it is about making the impossible possible. 1 plus 7 is an 8 energy, and that is embracing our courage, our strength, taking a risk on ourselves, believing in ourselves, walking with a sense of integrity, thinking things through. Sun's in Libra, Moon's in Leo. Now Saturn is talking to not just the Sun today, but also sits opposing Venus in the sky. And neither of these two conversations are allowing us to go with the flow today, to be in the moment, to experience the happiness and joy that we are pursuing. We may feel a bit frustrated or limited in certain areas, like those moments when you really want to express yourself or you really want to make some progress, but it feels like something is holding you back. It's that kind of vibration is present in our lives today, and it can make us feel distant in our interactions, like we're not as emotionally connected with others as we usually are. Plus, it might highlight some kind of financial concerns or responsibilities, obligations that just add some stress to the mix of everything else. So remember that many things that try to pull us down today are actually smaller problems that we need to face, but they will seem or feel larger than life at the moment to gain our focus, to grab our attention. Okay, we want to practice self-patience today. We want to have self-reflection today. We may encounter frustrations and limitations, and instead of getting too worked up about it, maybe we can just take a step back, okay? Take a breath and think about your long-term goals and understand any adjustments that we do need to make, because these things are being called to us for a reason. Now, they're not as ginormous as they will appear to us today. We might, hyperventilate. If we're having problems already in our finances, it'll be like a spotlight on it. If we're having problems in a relationship today, there'll be a spotlight. If we're having a problem keeping up to our obligations and commitments, certain ones even, they'll be highlighted today. They'll seem larger than life to us so that we pay attention. So we go, okay, what is this trying to tell me? How do I need to re-strategize my goals, my plans? What adjustments do I need to make? Okay, and remember, okay, when you're interacting with others today, be understanding, okay? Don't take any kind of coolness, aloftness, distance personally, okay? It's not meant to you. Okay, people are just feeling this energy today. And so we're all feeling a little pulled back and within our shells today. It's up to us to understand what is forcing us into our shell today. And what do we do about it so it cannot force us into our shells going forward. Okay, let's turn to the cards. So I opened up another 10 readings, and technically, I've got pretty well a full plate, but there are a couple left. So I was just gonna take them off the board for a little bit. But we're going towards, the Libra solar eclipse. Now, this will be the new series of eclipses that are going to be happening over the next 2.5 years. We also have some beautiful energy that is changing right now, and it's going to be with us for 20 years. And more energy is going to be changing within a couple of months and taking us into new arenas, and some of it is lasting 1.5 years. So this is a time when you can kind of get the compass towards where you really have to go, and it might show up in the 20 years, it might show up in 1.5 years, where your work needs to be the most important for what you're going for your goals, your dreams, your desires. So there's only a couple left, so I left them up instead of zeroing them out. So if anybody does want to take advantage to that promotion I was doing, absolutely, I will still accept, because I had somebody email me and ask me, is it too late? And I'll keep it running till they hit 0. So I don't think there's too many of you left, because I had it wide open at one time, and then I came back to a whole bunch of people that wanted the readings but didn't know how to go about it, because I kind of just, I don't know, it just, when something pops into my head when I'm here with you, I say it, because I figure they're telling me it for a reason, and somehow I have to work this into my schedule, and that's not a problem. So just wasn't expecting to. Oh, look at that. We have the Fool here today. So and I think this is about what we're talking about with getting a reading. It's understanding where you start the new beginning, where you can redefine who you are, or what path you are on, or in what direction you are walking, or where you want the abundance and fulfillment in your life, whether it's your health and well-being, or your relationships, your spirituality, work, career, stature, whatever it might be for you, when you're trying to work towards those things. Relationships, absolutely. This is a pivotal time when you can get a reading from me, and I take great I'm humbled when you do ask me, when you pick me as a tarot card reader out of the hundreds of thousands of tarot card readers that are at your disposal, really, for a reading from me. I'm humbled, and I thank you, and I take it very strongly. I'm not like some that just shuffle the deck and start pulling the cards with little intention. I put the intention on you. I do a meditation. I connect with my guides and my angels, and I ask them to talk to your guides and angels and bring back, yes, the messages are the messages that they want you to hear, more importantly than the answers to your questions. But you do get the answers to your questions as well. So where do you want that new beginning? Where do you want that new start? Okay, now is really a time to think about these things, even though the energy, I threw that card back in, we'll see if it comes out again. Now is the time to really contemplate what seeds we want to plant under this full moon energy, and what we need to release will be released in time, that we can actually walk that path with a sense of surety, with a sense of liberation, with a sense of knowing. Okay, let's cut the cards. And look at this. the Ace of Swords, that we have that aha moment today. We can have that epiphany. Something's really gnawing at you. Something's really weighing you down, and you don't really feel like you can self-express or be creative in the way you want, or clear up some money problems in a way that you want, in a fashion that you want. And this card here says, but if you pull it back a little bit and you meditate, you pray, you sit in quiet contemplation on the issue at hand, because it is going to seem larger than life today. It will want our attention. That's when we can enter this arena of aha moments, epiphanies, new ways to strategize, new ways to step forward, new ideas to incorporate, and maybe some old things that we have been dragging along. We realize that we have been dragging that energy with us, weighing us down, and we will be able to release it. And we have that 9 energy to work with as well. So we have the 8 of Swords. Our perceptions can change today. Where we thought we were in a corner, where we couldn't move, where we realize now we can. Okay, here we are symbolized as we are trapped in a circle of swords, and it's almost like a cage-like experience, and we're blindfolded, and we don't know if we can get out, and all of a sudden we realize our hands are loose. We can remove that blindfold, and when we remove the blindfold, we see where we can go. We see how we can incorporate certain things. We see where something has hindered us or not allowed us to move in the way we wanted to. So yes, that aha moment comes in, that epiphany comes in. We have the Death card back again. It's a time to not close ourselves off, but rather to open ourselves up. Although we'll want to pull that cloak even closer. We'll want to hold that weapon even closer to us. We're not trusting ourselves. We're not trusting the world as much as we should be. And it's when we do decide to take off that cloak that we feel the liberation, that we feel the freedom, that we understand that we could always have moved in this way, but we never saw it before because we were so in our shell, so to speak. I keep seeing a turtle ducking its head into the shell. So, and that's what we'll be trying to do today, but I implore you to at least if you're like that out in the world, take some quiet time and pull yourself within. And really think about things. I mean, this is the time of true epiphanies, okay? Some people will be hitting this. Actually, most people will be hitting this exactly as it shows up. You know, they'll be running around like Chicken Little saying the sky is falling and life is over and there's not another moment of happiness to be had, and we've got all these obligations, we have all these commitments, we have all these things that we need to address in our life, and there's no time for my dream, there's no time for anything. And I'm just stuck. And that's really what a lot of people will be feeling in this energy today. We know better. We know that these things that are being shown to us are not as worrisome as they're being made out to be today, but they will cause, an irritation. I saw sand in a wound, an irritation that won't allow us to heal, that won't allow us to move forward in the way we want. We want to clean that out. We want to disinfect. We want to put a soft bandage on it, right? We want to heal ourselves in a way that we can go forward. We want to address that issue, but not like the sky is falling, but rather a systematic, practical approach to the solution. Because if anything Saturn is, it's very systematic, very planned out, very strategic. But it's also going to show us where our sense of responsibility is, where our obligations are, what are the things that we need to strive for. And the Sun and the Venus have all these like really pie in the sky ideas, and Saturn's going, no, 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 you need to address these things. Stop looking at the rainbow and start looking at the reality, and let's clean up the reality a little bit so that we can bring that rainbow into our lives, into the existence. I don't know where that came from. Look at this, and we have an ace, another ace on the board. We had the Fool pop out. We had an ace as our underlying energy of the entire day, and we finish off with the Ace of Pentacles, which is the aha moment, which is the epiphany, which is a whole new path of abundance that can open up to us. So today is actually, even though most people will probably probably have that grumbly kind of Monday kind of energy around them, more so than usual. Smile inwardly at yourself, because you know that whatever's coming up during the day, you're going to take the time to think it through. You're going to take the time to strategize. You're going to understand if it's important and has value in your life going forward, or if it's something that needs to be left behind. Closure, completion. So it's actually incredible, great energy to work with, because we don't have to go in search of what we need to fix. It'll pop out. It'll give us our priority list if we pay attention. No, Milo, you go lay down now. You go lay down. Yeah. No, you go lay down. I tell you, I've never had two dogs. I've never had a dog before with such great separation anxiety. He's coming in because he wants me to go and sit down and cuddle with him. He's got a full belly. He's just been outside. I mean, everything is fine, but in his world, unless he can be right next to you and being petted and sitting and feeling your heartbeat, he's not a happy dog. He always has to have that connection. I walk out the door and the howling begins each and every time. It's been that way for 3 years. But it's getting better, but still. Okay, we have 12, the expansion. Look at that card, the expansion. The artist just went to extremes in this card today. We've had this recently. I love this deck because it does it. We go through repetitions of the deck. We haven't seen the whole deck yet since I started using it. And it's only like certain cards come out for a certain period of time. They go away. And it really flows with the energy well, these cards. Anyways, if you're looking for them, well, I've got the book right there. So, that's what the box will look like. Here's all the information you need. Okay. Expansion. You are continually moving, evolving, and going through cycles in your life. Attune and align yourself with the rhythms of nature around you. This is an exciting time with new beginnings, growth, changes. There are many settings that will provide for inner development and expansion. Pay attention to everything that is going on around you and the effect it is having on you. Consider environmental issues or use this as an opportunity for new studies. It's a good idea to recognize the need for extra rest or personal care while integrating new energies so that you are ready for important messages and opportunities. Just as in nature, you too have seasons of growth and maturity. So pay attention to what's going on around you. Contemplate on it, pray on it, meditate on it. See what answers expose themselves to you. What clues of how you can go forward. Of what does have value and what does not. Our animal today is the horse, the freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. Follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. And pay attention to what is being blown into your path today. And chances are it'll be ugly. It'll be the things we don't want to pay attention to. It'll be the things that we want to ignore. It's the things that we want off our plate, perhaps. Now, should it be off of our plate? Should we be ignoring it? Should we be giving it more energy? Those are the kinds of questions that we'll be asking ourselves today. And according to the cards, if we just take the time to listen to ourselves, listen to the messages that come through for us, we will be so much better on our path going forward. Without the extra baggage, without the burdens, without the stresses that we continually hold on to as we walk our path. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.